So last weekend, my family had our annual reunion, which is usually just an excuse to see who can bring the best potato salad and watch Uncle Rick try to grill with a beer in each hand. But this year, my cousin Jared decided to spice things up by bringing his therapy chicken, a fluffy white hen named Henrietta. Now, I've heard of therapy dogs, even therapy llamas, but a therapy chicken? Apparently, she helps Jared process his emotions, which mostly involves him whispering to her about his fantasy football league. We all just shrugged and figured it was harmless, until Henrietta started wandering around the backyard, clucking at everyone like she owned the place. At first, it was cute. She'd hop up next to people and peck at their shoelaces. But then she started giving unsolicited advice, like, actual advice. She'd cluck 3 times at Aunt Patty and suddenly Aunt Patty would say, "You know, I really should refinance my mortgage." It was weird, but we figured Jared was just telling people things and pretending the chicken was psychic. The real trouble started when Henrietta strutted over to my Aunt Linda, who's been married to Uncle Bob for 30 years, and squawked loudly at her. Aunt Linda's eyes went wide and she announced, "That's it. I'm leaving, Bob. I deserve better." Before anyone could process what was happening, Aunt Linda stormed off and returned 10 minutes later with a rooster she found at the neighbor's farm, a majestic fowl named Gary. She introduced Gary as her new soulmate, and to be honest, Gary had a certain cocky charm. Uncle Bob, meanwhile, just sat there eating coleslaw, occasionally muttering, "At least Gary doesn't snore." The rest of us mostly tried to avoid eye contact with the poultry couple, but it was hard not to notice that Gary was already teaching Aunt Linda how to scratch for worms. And that's how I learned 2 things at this year's family reunion. 1. Never underestimate the persuasive power of a therapy chicken. And 2. If your marriage is on the rocks, sometimes all you need is a little excitement.